What's up, everybody? Superphil here from Superphil's Fortress of Solitude, and we are picking up right where we left off. I literally haven't moved. All I've done is spent some shards from where I leveled up. So let's jump right into our last quest for the map, Daughter of the Wolf.
Whatever Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host were planning, I think the worst is behind us as far as Western Skyrim is concerned. With Svargrim dead, their grip on the holds comes to an end.
Are you in charge of Solitude now?
Not officially. At least I don't think so. I feel like the whole world's crumbling around me. But the city's still standing, so that's something. I'm more worried about our friends. We left Lyris and Fen to hold of a horde of Hero fiends.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Hopefully they were able to hold the courtyard and keep those monsters out of the city. You go on ahead and check on them. I need to collect myself. Solitude needs Princess Svana now. And I'm not quite ready to be her.
I'll find Lyris and Fen.
Thank you. Help them and anyone else as best you can. I'll do the same. Once you're done with them, I'll find you and we can figure out what to do next.
Yeah, I'm not asking that stupid question. Okay, we made it. We made it. We're fine. I just was thinking of everybody just like out here.
Tell me truthfully, Lyris.
Having fun.
How much of this blood is mine?
Not enough to be worried about.
You did it. I shouldn't be surprised. But things were looking rather bleak before the clouds parted.
What happened with the horde of Hero fiends?
We held the gate as long as we could. The Hero fiends were a flood of claws and teeth. Once they burst through, Lyris cleaved through them like a scythe through wheat. But even she couldn't stem the tide.
So what happened?
I'm not really sure. It kind of went wild. Let out my inner beast, as it were. I was rending and slashing. Then Lyris whacked me with the flat of her blade. At least that's the last thing I remember. Not my finest hour, but we survived.
So what now?
The elixir is my next priority, of course. As long as the Harrow Storms are still a threat, we need a defense against them. After that, I want to examine the records we took from Greymoor Keep. I still think there's a cure for the Harrowed in there.
What about the Hero fiends?
Sadly, I don't think there's any hope for them. Their life energy was sucked dry, turning them into feral beasts. Restoring them is beyond my capabilities, I'm afraid. At least with the Harrowed, they're not so far gone as to be a lost cause.
And the elixir will protect everyone else?
As soon as we produce enough of it, yes. We saw how it protected Svana. Now, where did I put my flask?
So, is it over? What happened to Svargrim? And where's Svana?
Svargrim's dead, and Svana's fine. But she needed a moment. She asked me to check on you.
A parent's betrayal cuts deeper than a sword. But Svana's strong. Stronger than she's been given credit for. And Solitude's going to need that strength in the coming days.
Do you think she can handle it?
If you told me the tavern rat we met at the Lonely Troll would become my choice to lead this land, I'd have called you mad. Then again, my king's a skald, so what do I know? Come on, there's probably something productive we should be doing.
What do you have in mind?
Find out if everyone in the Hall of the Dead is all right. I'll make sure Castle Dower is secured.
All right.
The guild requests your help.
Not now.
Sailing giants. I had never imagined.
see you aren't raising bugs with Ismir just yet.
We saw the storm break, but we heard nothing since you departed from Blackreach.
I regret we didn't throw a beret to welcome you back, but I'll cheer enough for 100 souls if you tell me you put that backbiter of a High King to the sword. But what of Svanna? Is she?
Svanna's alive, but I can't say the same for the High King.
That's good, but a daughter shouldn't have to kill her own father. Svanna has my support, for whatever that's worth. She's going to need all the help she can get in the days to come.
So Svanna's the queen now?
Not until we hold a moot to support her claim, and we need more than a single Jarl for that to occur. If Svanna proves herself as the acting Jarl, they might look past her father's failings and make her the queen, eventually.
She's proven capable so far.
We can settle the matter of the crown when there's kingdom enough to rule. What remains of the holds are still ravaged by the Harrowstorms, and I doubt we've seen the last of the Grey Host, for that matter.
Any word from your hold?
None good, but none bad either. My wife knows better than anyone how to care for our people. I trust she and my Thane to protect and care for Morthal in my absence.
Okay.
We seem to have survived, thank the gods. I thought for certain we were all about to witness the end of the world.
It looks like Solitude weathered the storm.
No thanks to Svargrim, damn his eyes. After you and the princess went off to Blackreach, I gathered whoever we could and made our stand here in the Hall of the Dead. I'm just glad we don't have to be permanent residents.
So no major casualties?
Far fewer than I feared when the storm began. Thanks to you and the princess. With the storm over and the Grey Host driven from Castle Dower, my soldiers will get the city back into shape. As long as no one else attacks us in the meantime.
I'll leave you to it.
They're here! They're at the gates!
The Grey Host? I thought we were done with them for now.
Not the Grey Host! The...
Someone else.
Have a passion
up there,
for
young one.
alchemy? Be a part of my...
Stand down, you idiots! We come in peace.
Partner, could really use your knack for diplomacy right now. Speak to the Skull King before we start a war.
Sure, save me from fools, puppets. Will no one properly greet a weird, familiar face? Maybe you can talk some sense into these Western milk drinkers. We're not a damn invasion. We're here to help. Do you know what's going on?
The Grey Host was behind the attacks on Western Skyrim. High King Svargrim, we had to kill him.
So the rumors are true? Svargrim joined the Grey Host? I knew he had ambitions, but to throw away his humanity like that, it's inconceivable. Svargrim once told me that he would die before welcoming me to Solitude. I suppose he was right.
Too soon, bro. He just died. The Grey Host caused a lot of damage. These people could use your help.
That's why I sent Lyris here in the first place. I'm not the king of these holds, though. I can't do anything if they refuse my help. Svargrim despised me. He would never accept my aid. But Svanna... here she comes now. Let's see what she has to say.
Whatever you think, King Jorun.
We have no need of help that involves welcoming your soldiers within our walls.
My walls, Jarl.
Oh,
My
know your
father
place.
may have been willing to slap aside a helping hand, but I'm not. Permit me a word with your envoy, Skald King. Thank you for holding the line, I mean. I'm ready to do what I should have done a long time ago. To do what my father never could. I'll speak with the Skald King. There's one more thing I'd like you to do while I entertain our guests.
What do you need?
We saved Solitude, but our war with the Grey Host is far from over. We need Fenn's elixir more than ever. With that, and King Yoren's help, we might just push these monsters back into their grave for good. Check on Fenn's progress, please.
Anything else?
That depends on Fenn. If there's anything standing in his way, let me know. And I'll do everything in my power to get him what he needs.
Aye.
Fen is with old Mjolnir at the Mages Guild. When you're finished with him, join me in the courtyard of the Blue Palace. I'm going to hold a moment of remembrance for this city. We all need a moment to mourn what we lost.
Goodbye. Skip. Could you... Please move. Fine. Rude. Jeez. You think, considering I just saved this whole town, those guys would have just let me go between them. The Mage Guild is up here. Upstairs or downstairs? Downstairs. What's wrong with that guy?
Ingenious. A rare thing to find an elf with the makings of a clever woman.
Despite what my kin might proclaim, it's not all in the blood. Ah, good, you're here. We've made a breakthrough. I was just discussing a theory with Mjolnir, and it seems like we're very close to turning this elixir into a true restorative.
Meaning what?
A cure. Singolis's research on the Netherroot showed me just how it weakens the connection between a body and soul. Thus far, I've been able to inure a person to the root, but now I'm certain I can use that knowledge to heal those weakened bonds.
How quickly can you produce this cure?
Well, it is just a theory at this point. There's a lot more testing and experimentation to be done before we can produce a viable antidote. Weeks, optimistically?
Svanna needs your elixir now. She asked me to make sure everything is going smoothly.
I know. We can't simply put things on hold. Mjolnir and I have a batch brewing right now, and materials to keep producing for another day. Ingert's promised us a steady supply of Arcase oil, but that's not our limiting factor.
What's the problem?
We know enough about Singolis's refinement processes to replicate his methods, but we still need a source of Netherroot to do so. Tell Svanna that if she can keep us supplied, we can produce enough elixir for all the holds in a matter of weeks.
Any idea on where I can get more Netherroot?
We can ransack Greyhost's stockpiles, or mount an expedition into Blackreach. Otherwise, it would take decades of work to produce a proper crop. After we get the elixir squared away, we'll turn our attention to curing the Herald.
Does Zingalis' notes tell you more about the Grey Reliquaries and the Stone Husks?
Indeed. As I surmised, the Grey Reliquaries contained the remains of ancient Greyhost warriors. They served as a connection to the souls trapped in Cold Harbor. Using the energy from the Harrowstorms, the souls were pulled into the Stone Husks.
And what was the purpose of the Stone Husks?
I believe the Stone Husks are incubators of a sort. The physical forms of the Grey Host are reincorporated within the stone vessels, through a mix of Zingolis's alchemy and sorcery, and the magic of the Ice Reach witches. When whole, they burst free.
Okay. Whatever you say, man. That's not the door. There it is.
What do you want?
Oh, she's over here.
I was hoping you'd return before we began. Tell me you've got good news. I feel a lot better delivering a speech about healing and hope, knowing that we're on the road to recovery. What did Fen have to say about the elixir?
They're making it as we speak, but he says they'll need more nether root soon.
Not the best news, but I'll take it. So long as we have enough to protect our soldiers, we have a fighting chance against the Grey Host. I'll go to the Undergrove myself if that's what it takes.
Fen also believes he can make a cure for the Harrowed.
Now that would be cause for celebration. If he can really bring back even a fraction of those we lost to the Harrowstorms, I'm willing to try. That's all I needed to hear. We should begin the ceremony before the crowd grows more restless.
What do you have planned?
Nothing fancy, just a traditional Nord wake. To mourn and celebrate those we've lost, and cherish the lives we still have. I'd like you to join us.
Very well.
None of us would be here to sing dirges for the dead or celebrate the living if not for you. I certainly wouldn't be here, ready to lead my hold. You've supported me since I started down this path. I'm honored to have you here at the end.
Alright. So we got a one-handed sword. We're getting major adornment. The Wolf Crown of Solitude. And a skill point. Cool.
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, we have the honor today of remembering the dead.
Honor to the fallen.
Sons and daughters of Skyrim, our trials were fierce, but we are still here.
We stand and we remain.
Now, we raise our voices to tell Sovngarde of the coming of the worthy dead, and to tell the world that the Nords are still here. We are still standing!
The fallen now march home to hallowed halls, to join our ancestors in boundless drink and song and brawls. Let sound the horns, let peal the bells, let loose the ancient hymn. We will remain until time ends, we children of Skyrim.
Well, that was neat. I didn't get the sheet music, or I would have been more prepared. You know why? Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to use this sword, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, that kind of looks like the collectible we got, which is neat because, well, one, if you really liked this one, I'm level 13, and I can never use it after level 13. Let's get you back on. So we also need to see. I'm going to turn my helmet off first. Why did it hide the helmet? Oh, okay.
I suppose I could use another drink.
I know how to do this, I promise. Okay, yep, okay. There we go. So, let's check out these major adornments. We got the Wolf Crown of Solitude, which is kind of cool looking. I mean, it's relatively small, but I mean, it's just a fancy headpiece. But you can definitely tell that it's the wolf logo that they've had all around town. So that's pretty neat. So I'm just gonna put that back. No. Okay. Did we get anything else? Oh, we got some achievements. Let's look at the achievements real quick. Achievements. So we got Skyrim Diplomat, where we completed Daughter of the Wolf quest. Champion of Solitude. Investigate the threat against Western Skyrim and restore peace to Solitude. So that was basically for doing the quest line. And that was for the previous quests. Cool. So yeah. Not much to do in that quest because we've already done all the other quests. It was just to tie up all the story that we did there. So I think that'll be a really short video, just kind of showcasing the last of the quest line here. And then of course, just because I finished the quests here, I'm by no means anywhere close to being finished with the zone, because we've still got we've done 2 of the delves. Where's the delves? We've done 2 of them, and there's 6. So there's 4 more places to find and explore. Not to mention that there's tons of side quests everywhere that I've just skipped so that we could do the main quest line. So still a lot to do. I'm gonna try to do more videos, maybe of the delves. I don't know, whatever I end up deciding to play. So hopefully you guys found that interesting. I've enjoyed making these videos. They've been I'm just really digging ESO right now. So thank you for watching. This has been Superphil from Superphil's Fortress of Solitude. Like and subscribe. Did I say that already? Oh well. Like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.